Hey everybody, Mike Freeland coming at you on Monday night. I wish this was live, but guys, I'm still having some problems getting this live from YouTube running correctly. I updated my computer earlier to a version of Windows 10, which really made things worse. So I had to revert back to the previous software just so that I could do this video, and tomorrow I'm taking my PC to have it looked at. So that's why this is being recorded, but I'm still going to go into detail about this particular strategy that I mentioned earlier, or just last week. Before we get started, you guys know the routine, the disclosure. You trade at your own risk. Trading is a risk, so you don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose, or money that's already designated to other things in your home, your mortgage, your rent, gas, car insurance, car payment, lunch for the kids, whatever it is, guys. If this is, if you don't have the money where you can just trade at your leisure, please don't use the money that'll disrupt your home. Now, with that being said, I want to show you guys this strategy that I told you guys about a while ago. Then I wanted to critique it a little more, and now I think I'm good with this to share with you guys. Now, this past week, I mentioned to you guys to look at I gave you guys actually the indicators and the setup for this strategy. Pretty much you're using TradingView, which most people use, pretty much everybody uses to trade Forex. But I was thinking one day, based on how the market moves and what you're really looking for in binary, I started trying some things out, utilizing TradingView, but utilizing it for binary, and had some really, really good results. Now I've shown you a couple of things using TradingView, but this particular strategy right here is just as cool as all of the other ones. Remember, guys, I give away a lot of strategies. Doesn't necessarily mean you try to master each one. Get one, practice it in your demo, perfect it, and then use that one to get the money off the charts, so to speak, and be successful. And don't make it a job. If the money is great there, once you learn what to do and how to do it, but don't make this a job. You already got a job. You want to get away from that job, so let's not make this going from one job to the other. So with that, guys, here is the strategy. In your TradingView, all you're using right here, you see, is the super trend. Okay, the settings is 10 and 3. They will actually be that way when you get them, when you put it on your chart. Okay, and so you don't have to change anything there. If you don't know how to get it on your chart, you just simply go here, click on indicators. When you get there, you would type in super trend. It'll come up like this. You see it's brand new here, and then you just click and add the star as your favorite, and it'll always be in the back like this here. So you want to do the super trend, and it should already come up at 10 and 3. Don't have to change anything. The cool thing about the super trend, as I mentioned earlier, let me show you guys. This is, as you can see, this is an uptrend. This is a downtrend. What I love about it is that whichever way the trend is in the background is highlighted, so it just gives you a visual on the movement of the trend. All right, now another thing I want to show you guys is we're in this uptrend. One of the cool things about this second indicator I'm going to tell you about is once it gets up to as high as it'll go, even though the trend is still going up, it levels off. It levels off. So you can take your broken cursor right here, and if you just put it at the top, you'll see how high it goes, and you can monitor that. Okay, and it does the same thing when it's down here, when it's at the very bottom until it begins to break. As you see here, pull this down a little bit. As you see here with this candle, it breaks down, but the background is still green. So this is the equivalent to a pullback. Okay, because as you see when it got down the bottom, it went right back up. Okay, then you get right here, and it started down again. Okay, so this is why I love the super trend. It lets you know what's going on. As you can see where we're current, it's going down the bottom, and there's your red candles for that. Now, once you understand this as well, all the time the candles will be a different color than the movement of this particular indicator here, but still, when you're following this indicator, you'll come out with some good trades. Now, the second indicator is the Stochastic RSI. Let me open this up so you can see what we need to do here. This you do make changes. As you can see, you'll remove the K. You don't need that. You're only working with the D line. All right. Let's go here first. The K line would be 3, 2, 14, 14. Okay, your stochastic length as well as your RSI length. Then when you go to style, we take this out. If I put it in, you see where the blue line came up. You don't want that blue line. So we just simply remove the K, and you're dealing with just the D line. Okay, the D line, the main reason that you're doing it is the D line actually goes the deepest, the most important of both lines. That's why, you just take the K out and you follow the D line. So that's all you do there. There's your setup. This is where it works, where it goes. So now the key to this, guys, the real simple key, and this again is when you want to be patient. In this shaded area, once you get really, really comfortable, you can trade in this area and get some good trades out, especially when you're reading the candles. All right, again, this is why in my other video I had the PDF attached with the candlestick Bible so you can read the candles. But this RSI, this stochastic RSI, acts as a great entry deal to a trade. Now, again, I have this set up 1 minute candles here, 1 minute candles over here. They are the same candles. If I make it, if I make it larger, you'll be able to see it, but I don't want it too large, but they are exactly the same candles doing the same thing. Sometimes the seconds here are behind each other by 1 or 2 seconds. One time it was lagging longer than that, but now it appears that it's like behind by maybe a second and a half. So what happens is, now as you can see down here, let me pull this out, move this down a little bit. You see where it came down, it's going back up. See how long that is? That's beautiful, because eventually you be patient, it's going to drop, and you'll get a great trade out of that. As you can see here, it's so far back, but here's about as far down as it went. I'm not even worrying about that because that was so far back. But what you see here is it looks like it's leveling off here, so we can expect a break up, very soon. Now, again, if you're reading the candles, when you get, this is coming down, so when you get a candle move like this here, there's a good chance that the next candle coming up will break up, which also means that this particular indicator, the RSI, stochastic RSI, will begin to break up. Now, as you can see with all these other candles, today is Monday, and I tell you guys, I don't trade on Mondays. Pretty much I just do a lot of practicing on Mondays, because as you can see, the market is choppy. But we're going to go ahead and probably jump into this as a demo just to see if this breaks up, so you can see what it may do. But because the market is choppy, it could go the other way. You don't see a lot of flat tops and flat bottoms. with this. So I would kind of wait it out. Now here's a flat bottom. You see what I mean? The market is really, really crazy. If I would have jumped into this 9 times out of 10, I might lose. This is why I look here to wait for a significant break up. This kind of controls when I will get in to a particular trade with this strategy. Again, keep in mind all these long wicks or shadows, whichever one you want to call them, is a really, really good sign that the market is not comfortable. It's not all of that great. And you also see the way these are going now. This could either be a pullback, you know, because it's moving level and then it could take off again, or it can break down. So there's a lot of different things, guys, that because of how the market is moving right now, you just want to be cautious with. And this requires the stealth move, you know, of like a snake or whatever, because you're going to get this. Now this is moving up right along with this, but still, with the way this is dropping up and down, and I'm going to, on the next one, I'm going to get in just to show you. These big drops back and forth can really break you because of, you know, how the market is going. See what I mean? So I really wouldn't look at getting in. I know that it look good, but I wouldn't look at getting in until you see on the Stochastic RSI, you see it breaks up, because the confirmation is a lot better when it breaks up, okay? And if it was up here when it breaks down. So, you know, I have to keep stressing it because I want you guys to really get it in your head. The market is choppy, okay? The market is choppy. So I would just wait this one out or go to another pair. I'll probably come back tomorrow when the market is a little better, a little more stable, and run this again so that you guys can get it. But at least you have, and just like the video I did last week, you have the settings for it, and you can watch how this is just going. It's still good for you to know how this is kind of going, you know, horizontal, and pretty much these are doing the same thing. Now, of course, you could go here and you could set up for a breakout, but still, with the market being as choppy as it is, see the same way here, it is up here, you know, just don't want to chance it. Now, if this was going, and I'll be honest with you, if this was going on during the week, I might would take a better chance at doing it, you know, if this was going on during the week. But right now, this is Monday evening, guys. You know, I even in the demo, I wouldn't play around with this because you would just screw your account up. All right, so I was hoping this would have been a longer video, but the market is what dictates. And when you start trading in your live account, guys, when you start trading in your live account and you see stuff like this, you'll just know, hey, let me just back up. The market is definitely not for us right now. Let me just back up and walk away from it. Save your money, and look at this. Look, save your money, and you know, come back another day. Now, had I set this up, here's your breakout. But even still, you know, unless you did something like a 15-second, you know, or 5-second deal, this would have been great. You know, but again, you see here it is bending down. I still would wait it out. You see how long these wicks are. I still would wait it out. I would be much more comfortable waiting for this to break back up. Keep in mind as well, now this is still green, so this is still an uptrend. This is almost like the pullback technically before it shoots back up, if that's the way it's going to go. Okay, so it's a couple of things to consider, but because this is a choppy market today, you know, it seems like it's even more, but actually it's good for you guys to see just how crazy the market is and have the patience, you know, to stay out of it. Because other than that, you'll get frustrated, and I don't care if you was trading $1, you'll lose $5, $6, $10 trying to get your $1 back. So We'll come back tomorrow, guys. We're going to come back tomorrow when it looks like things will be a lot more smoother. Not a little more smoother, but a lot more smoother. And anything could be causing this right now. So much stuff going on in the world. You know, the new variant of this COVID that they found. You know, other things that are going on as far as with trading back and forth with countries, oil prices. Anything could be maneuvering this right now. So I would just back off of it. Don't do anything today, and come back and let's try again tomorrow. So with that, guys, see you tomorrow night. Let's make this a to be continued and not a bye-bye. This is definitely a be continued, and we'll come back on tomorrow. You guys take care. Have a fantastic Monday. Bye-bye.